Hi everybody, we have a whole bunch of Australian Labradoodle puppies here. This is a litter update for the puppies from our Bee's Knees litter, and these puppies are 3 weeks old today. And in today's video, we're going to give you an update on each of the puppies, tell you their weights, the milestones for the week, and a little bit about their emerging personalities. We're going to give you an update on Mama Misha and how things are going for her, and we're going to talk a little bit about what the benefits are of the puppies being moved into their nice, new, bigger area in our Doodle Den. Hi, I'm Claire from Van Isle Labradoodles, and these Bee's Knees puppies are doing just fabulously. If you have been following along with this litter, you will know that these puppies were gaining weight like crazy at first, that Mama Misha's milk bar was really churning out the rich, good food, and we were a little bit concerned last week because we had some cute but really gross puppies. And so what was happening was the puppies were just gaining weight so much and being so chunky that all they were doing was lying around like this one is here. That's Red Collar Girl. They weren't getting up and moving, and as a result they were getting kind of icky and sticky from lying in their own pee and poop. So we've changed everything. And what did we do? Well, we moved them early into the Doodle Den. Normally this would be the week that we are moving them because the first milestone has been reached, or the second milestone rather, in that all the puppies can hear now. So everyone can see, everyone can hear. It's lights, camera, action time for these puppies. And as you'll see in today's video while you watch them, everybody is up on all fours, they're moving around. Yeah, they're still little itty bitty taking their first few steps, so they're a little bit wobbly, but they're doing great. And you'll see that while they're still all nice and chunky, like Red Collar Girl's been showing you there, and Light Blue Collar showing you here, they have definitely slimmed down. We don't have that like I showed in the picture on Facebook. We hope that you follow us on Facebook. It's Van Isle Doodles on Facebook, and there's pictures on there of a couple of the puppies when they're upside down just after eating and letting it all hang out, literally. Now in the background you'll hear our other puppies from our two other litters, and those puppies are 7 weeks old. They're talkative, they're busy, they're in and out the Doodle Den door. It's a little doggy door we have for them. And this is all part of the benefit of these puppies being in our Doodle Den. Because you can hear there's lots of racket that's going on over there. They're growling and barking, sometimes they're crying when they fight too hard. Lots of things going on, so lots of noise. Perfect for the puppies here because that is part of desensitization. They're worried about it because they've grown up with it. Their first sounds are those sorts of things. So they're not something that they're ever going to be afraid of, and this helps them to assimilate in the future with other dogs and puppies. And here's Mama Misha come to join us. Hi Mimi, how's my girl? I love you. So all what goes on in the Doodle Den is all part of desensitizing the puppies and creating beautiful, calm, mannered adult Labradoodle dogs. Because the more they're exposed to that's positive, the more they just go with the flow. And that's generally what we see in our puppies. They are almost always go with the flow types. So the other thing that happens in our Doodle Den is where all our adult dogs are fed. So they're in and out of here twice a day as well. So the puppies are exposed to them. The adult dogs come up right over here. They put their noses up. They're interested in the puppies. They give them a sniff. They check them out. They see what they're up to. And that's all great for the puppies so that they're not afraid. And also over on the other side, they can see through because they're surrounded by these see-through bars in their X-pen, and they can see the older puppies over on the other side. So they watch them, they can see them rolling around, they can hear their toys. They have wobble boards and wobble chairs, all sorts of different equipment in there. It's too much for these little guys yet, but they get the sounds, they can see the sights, and they're not worried. And in the Doodle Den, we also have a TV for the puppies, so they get a variety of different things from the TV. On the TV, we have soundtracks that are fireworks, car engines, sirens for urban living. We have hockey, we have football, we have all sorts of music. So it's something different each day that they listen to. And when we put them on, we start it off at a low volume, and then we turn it up and increase the sound so that they're gradually exposed to whatever that new sound is. And we watch them. So if they're doing what they're doing right now, where they're like, oh, whatever, it's okay. You can see they're not at all interested in the sounds of the other puppies. They're just all relaxed and taking it all in. Then we turn the volume up. But if anybody shows us any signs of stress or upset, we'll turn the volume back down, come over, spend some time with that puppy, get them settled, and then we'll go and try again to turn it up a small amount. Now that's the key for all desensitization and socialization procedures with your puppy. That's how you create a happy, confident, and calm puppy. You don't force them into situations. You don't make them do something. You watch them, you observe them, you listen to them as they talk to you with their bodies, and make sure that whatever they're experiencing is something that's positive. That way you get happy, happy puppies. And I've got one that's going right behind me right now. I'm just going to move it out. Oh yes, it's silver collar. Trying to find a nice little hideaway for sleeping. Now in here you'll see as well, we do not have a crate right now. We will be bringing a crate in for the puppies because they are starting to use that natural instinct where they look for a roof over their head and a nice safe place to relax and sleep. Now because these puppies moved early, we didn't put a crate in at first. That would have been too much for them when they didn't have all their faculties. They didn't have their sight, they didn't have their hearing. They were just really still quite in their infancy. So now that they've developed a bit more and they've been in here and they're comfortable, now's the time we'll introduce the crate. Because again, we want the crate to be a positive experience. So that's what's been going on with the puppies in the past week. Mama Misha, you saw, was in here initially. She came over, checked out what's going on in here with the puppies, and now she is out of camera range. And normally now during the day, she will spend a lot of time away from her puppies. She likes to be still here in the Doodle Den, but out of reach of the puppies so that they aren't pestering her, but she's able to watch and she's able to come in if there's any sort of worry, any sort of problem, if they get themselves into any sort of trouble at all. And then she also comes and spends a lot of time with us now. She comes down and spends quite a bit of time with me in the office. She enjoys doing that. She loves to look out of the sliding glass doors and see what's going on out in the back. And she's counting down the days until she's allowed to go out in the back. And the only reason she can't at this point is because we have a lot of rabbits on our property. Rabbits carry coccidia, and we try our best to keep the puppies from having coccidia. Sometimes they end up getting it. It's not fatal as long as you're on top of it, but it does make the puppy sick, and of course we would prefer if they didn't get it. We don't want them to have the virus that is coccidia. And the big bonus from moving the puppies out here early is, look, if you look at this tummy, you can see it's dry, it's pretty clean. We still got a couple of stains left over from when we weren't up on our all four legs, but now we got nice, dry, warm puppies, and they're already learning to use the pee pads. They do not pee in these little beds. These little beds are just here for on a very temporary basis until we get the crate and a proper crate mat. But these ones are good. They can walk in and out of them, but they're already going off to other areas far away from the sleeping area to pee and poop. So it's great. They've been really good at adapting and really good at learning right away where not to pee. And next week we are going to start to introduce solid food to them, later this week probably, as we talked about in last week's video. But that's where we're at for this week with Misha and the puppies. Everyone's doing great. And as you can see over here on this side, we do have some toys. Now if you've, again, if you're on the Facebook page, you'll have seen some pictures where the puppies are sleeping with Mr. Monkey here. He represents to them a cuddly, warm, soft place to snuggle up to when Misha's not here. That's the same role as this bee, and after all, it is the bee's knees litter. Who is crying over here and why? Is it you? Are you fussing? Because I won't let you go behind me? Oh, it is you. Okay, you come sit with me then. That's a good boy. You have to snuggle up here. Mr. Silver Collar is just all in a fuss because I won't let him go behind my back there. So this also represents something that's similar to mom to snuggle up with. It's long, it's warm, it's not too big. So it gives the puppy something just to rest up against. Now that they're 3 weeks old, they've started to get where they don't need either of these anymore. And here you see Silver Collar sneaking right back behind my back. He figures, oh, she's busy, I can do that. They're already using their Labradoodle brains. So these two things will probably come out of their area. In particular, Mr. Monkey, because he does have plastic eyes. And as they get bigger and get teeth, these can be chewn off and be potentially a danger for the puppies. So he'll come out and the bee will come out. They've served their purpose. And instead we'll be introducing this type of toy. This is a stuffless toy. It's just here mostly for texture. It no longer, oh, it does still have a working squeaker. Amazing. So see, this is something, we do this, totally no response. And that's what we want, is no response like this. We don't want them fussing, being unhappy. We want to be able to introduce strange sounds, strange feels, throw things at them and go there, and have the puppies not react in any sort of way. This one here, this is a soft braided chew rope, and this is made out of the same fabric that it covers our donut beds that you'll have in your puppy starter kit. This one is designed, you can see I can pull it. It has some firmness to it for teething, but it's soft and gentle enough that when the puppies are this age, they can actually work at it with their teeth without becoming frustrated because it's too hard for them to chew on and they don't get anywhere. When they first start, they do the ends here. All handmade, all made in Canada, all natural, human clothing grade fabric, nothing that's synthetic, nothing that's from a foreign country. So great, one of the things, this will come in your puppy starter kit along with the bed and the crate mat that are all made out of the same material. And then we have this little guy here, which is actually a human toy. It's just a rattle for a baby. Again, it's here because of the sound. It's got some nice floppy ears. It's got a little bit of a different shape. It's very soft, very easy to chew on. And so that's about all that the puppies need at this age for toys. At this point, they're not even really interacting with them. They're here for when they're ready. Their teeth are not coming through enough yet that they're really focused on any teething activities, but that will start very soon. So let's talk about all of the puppies now and let you see them all individually and find out their weights. So we're going to do them in birth order like we always do. And Miss Green Collar is our first girl in the litter here. And as you can see, she is an apricot party. Apricot is her color because she has black leathers. And leathers are their nose, their pads, and their lips. Hello, beautiful. How are you? And you can see she still has some of the pink on her nose. The black is still filling in. And Miss Green Collar is now 1.25 kilograms. So a week ago, the date would have been the 21st, I think it was, when they were a week old. Is that right? 21st? If they were, is that right? If they're 3 weeks on February the 1st, then it is the 21st that they would have been 2 weeks old. And at that time, she was at 733 grams. So now you can see that the weight is not going up in huge amounts. It's much more manageable. And if you take a look at her body condition, you can see we still have a nice chunky puppy, nice big tummy here, but it's not 5 miles wide, and she can lie on top of her stomach now, but she's very happy to be upside down. And we talked about the early neurological stimulation that we do with the puppies, and you can see that one of the benefits for that is that they're totally relaxed, upside down in your arms, enjoying a little tummy rub. And if I rock little green collar girls, she'll fall asleep, because this is a puppy who loves to be rocked. Green collar's right in there with everyone. She's not aggressive, but she's definitely quite confident and well able to find her way to the milk bar. Next we have black collar. Black collar, black collar, black collar. Here you go. Hi, sweetie. Black collar has something stuck on his back. Black collar is a party too, and he's a boy. He's the firstborn boy in the litter. Heavily marked party. Hello. And you can see his nose is already solid black. Hello. And now last week we couldn't see all of their eyes because they were just starting to open up. This week we can see them all quite a bit more. And on the boys and girls that have black on their face, it's a little bit harder. It's a little bit harder, so you have to open them wide. This little black collar is a sweet little puppy. A little bit less forward than green collar. He likes to take his time, but you can see already he's got very strong eye contact. He does like to look at you when you're talking to him, trying to figure out, what are you talking about? What do you want me to do? And you can see again when I put him upside down, no problem at all. And he too enjoys a nice little cuddle with a rock. And you can see on his tummy, this is one of the puppies that was really wet, so he still has some staining on his tummy there. That's not going to stay. That will come off as soon as he's old enough to have a bath. I love you. I love you. Yes, I do. Very kissy, a very responsive puppy. And green is 1.38 kilos, doing very nicely. There you go, buddy. You can go back to sleep. Next is silver collar, who is here behind me. Silver collar is a cuddly puppy. Silver collar is a I want to be comforted kind of puppy. Silver collar is a can you pick me up and hug me? Could you please give me a little scratch? Just a bit of a love bug, this guy. And there, he's already practically half asleep. I'll turn him over so maybe you can see his eyes a bit better there, because he does tend to fall asleep whenever you're holding him. There we go. Can you show everybody your eyes? There you go. Yeah, look at you. Now, if anybody likes the snuggle cuddle, it's this guy. Super calm, very chill puppy, but definitely one who really, really enjoys being touched, picked up, and snuggled. Yes, you do. And silver collar boy is 1.45 kilograms, close to one of the bigger puppies at the moment. Now, there were a couple of questions from people asking if the puppies were going to end up being a different size than what we expected because they were such big fatzos for a while. And absolutely not. Size in dogs is not measured by weight. Size is measured by the height at the top of the shoulders. So just like I'm 5'5", and as a 5'5" woman, I could easily weigh anywhere from 110 to 240 pounds. The 240 would be pretty large, and the 110 at my age would be pretty tiny. But anywhere in there is what my weight could be. But my actual size, my frame of my body, and my height wouldn't change. It would just be my girth. And it's very much the same for puppies. So in this litter, there'll be a range of weights, as there are in all litters, and there'll be a small amount of range in terms of their height, but not a whole lot. So we're still looking at 28, 30 pounds sort of thing being what we're going to see. We'll see some puppies in here, I'm sure, who will only end up being around 26-ish pounds, and I won't be surprised if we have one that ends up being 32 pounds, but they're all going to be around that same height. So pretty much like Mama Misha is, not much different from her. So next we have yellow collar. Yellow collar is our other solid and our only chocolate in the litter. Come here, sweetie girl. come here, or boy rather. Oh my goodness. Did I call you a girl when you're a boy? Yeah, because you are a boy. Are you a boy? I have to double check. I don't have it written down in front of me, so yes, you are a boy. I was right. Oh, you got a little bit of a runny nose. We might as well have you upside down. Little yellow collar is quite the mover and shaker. He was the first one to start running around out here and exploring and checking everything out. And you'll see he too has really nice strong eye contact. And now that eye contact, he can't really determine that this is my face. He just associates this blob kind of thing with what my voice sounds like, and more particularly with what I smell like. Hey buddy? Yeah. So Mr. Yellow Collar is now the largest puppy in the litter, and he is 1.47 kilograms. Now don't forget, we've had a really big change here. The puppy who used to be the biggest in the litter was Red, who is now the smallest, and Yellow used to be the smallest, and now he's the largest. So that's why I always say, don't get fixated on the sizes and think, oh, that puppy's going to be really big or that puppy's going to be really small, because they change from week to week, and they'll continue to do that even after they go home. That will happen. So what the puppy is as a puppy is not always indicative of what they will be as an adult. And when we're looking at them and deciding, well, do we think this is going to be one of the larger puppies in the litter or the smaller one, we look at the overall structure of their bodies, we look at the size of their feet, then we look at their record for what's happening in their weights, and then from all of that, we make our very best guess. And sometimes we're wrong. It's not a science. It is all very much something that we could go, wow, didn't expect that. So we do our best, but we're definitely not perfect with that. Next is Dark Blue Collar, who's right here beside me. And Dark Blue Collar girl is this gorgeous, gorgeous yellow caramel girl. Sorry, she's an apricot. Are you apricot? Let me just check. I have to look at your nose. Yeah, that looks like a black nose, and definitely you can see black feet. So this is an apricot. Now this is a very light golden puppy. And if you'll see when I push her fur backwards here, you look down to the root of the color of their coat, and if you see that it's a different color, if it's white for instance, then you can reasonably anticipate that this dog will lighten up quite a bit and maybe have some cream. So my guess with this puppy is she's going to end up being quite creamy down here on her legs, creamy on her sides, and then have this caramel coloring on the back. She may even lighten up enough to be the same sort of color as our girl Spirit is. And there you are, you're lying in where somebody peed. Now fortunately, now that we have the pee pads, this isn't wet, so that's why they say nice and dry. And if you look at the front of her here, she has quite a bit of white on her. So her chest, oh, you don't want to, oh, you have to have a yawn, excuse me. Her chest and under her chin is white. So she is what we call an abstract. That's what the white markings are. And I think she'll probably find that some of this is going to lighten up on the solid part of her coat too. Pretty little bit of white on her nose there, showing off her nice, beautiful pink tongue. And Miss Dark Blue is 1.31 kilograms. And actually, I'm wrong. It's not. Yes, that's right. Nope. I was going to say she's the smallest, but you're not. Nope. It's your sister. So that's my little Dark Blue Collar girl. There we go. I'm just going to put you down over there and see if that's a good spot for you. Yeah, I think it should be good. Then we have Purple Collar girl. And Purple, where are you? Here you go. So you can see Purple is very similar in color to Dark Blue. But if I push her coat back, there's a lot of white there. So I'm going to guess that this puppy is the one who's most likely to become a cream. And you are called a cream in Australian Labradoodle nomenclature if you have a black nose and a not white but cream colored body. Now if you have a caramel colored nose, a rose nose, and you have that color body, then you're what's called an iced caramel. So this little girl can hardly hold her head up. She's so tired. We'll put her upside down for her little snuggle time. Hi. Hi, baby. Hi. And you can see she too has lots of white underneath her here. Oh, did I give away a little tickle? Beautiful eye contact as well for as long as she can manage to stay awake. And there's the eyes are closing, because this is what they do quite regularly, is just lie in our arms, get rocked, and fall asleep. Yeah, that's a good girl, right? Oh, and we got a little tongue sticking out too. So purple collar girl is 1.34 kilos at this point in time. Yeah, hi. I love you, yes. There we go. You go sit with your sissy, okay? You be okay with your sissy? There you go. Yeah? Oh, you're going to turn around and she wants to come back for more cuddles. Then we have red collar girl. So red collar girl is the puppy that was in the beginning the largest puppy in the litter. And she is now the smallest puppy in the litter. Hello, pretty girl. And red collar is 1.27 kilos. And red collar has a lot of personality. She often growls when you first come in. She sees you and she goes, oh, okay, it's you. And she gets a little bit embarrassed about growling. There she's showing you how well she can stick her tongue out and how she's having problems staying awake. She's got lots of white on her, this little party girl. And as I said the other day, this girl's actually also a phantom. You just can't see the phantom markings because of her party. But if you look at above her eyebrows, she definitely has the chits showing. So I'm pretty sure that she is a phantom. Then she's got these lighter colored spots here, which is very similar to what Mama Misha had as a baby. So she's likely going to maybe lighten out and silver out and be just a beautiful, gorgeous, sterling silver color like her mom is. And apparently she must be quite full because she's lying here with her mouth hanging open. This is the kind of picture that you use if they're kids and embarrass them with later. So this little lady, as the smallest puppy in the litter, is 1.27 kilograms. And you see she's still got her little beauty spot there. She's got a lot of interesting markings on her face. Oh, yes, you do. With very different colors. Yeah, do you got a kiss? Got a kiss? No, no kiss? Oh, a little kiss? Yeah. There we go. Now we got a little kiss. A little half-hearted one. She seems to just want to have her mouth hanging open. Oh, and somebody asked me how we know when their ears are open. Well, we know their ears are open because when we come in, they lift their heads up, or if we clap or something. But the other way is you can actually look right at their ear, and you can, when they are not able to hear, this is closed shut, it's sealed. And now you can see that their ear has opened. And you can also see in red color here, there's her phantom markings inside her ear showing up now. Yeah, that's your turn. Okay, sleepyhead, we put you over here. And then our last puppy is light blue collar, who is right here. Hi, hi buddy, hi. Hi sweetheart, how you doing? And light blue collar girl, she has some dirt on her tummy here. So we're just going to see if I'm going to take that off. There we go. We get rid of that. She had something stuck on her tummy. And you can see her freckles on her tummy. You can see, again, nice full tummy, just not quite as full as they used to be. And if you look at the back of her, she has some interesting smooshy markings, highly technical term. And you can see those same smooshy markings on her feet here. So we're not sure. This may be indicative of a roan pattern, or it could simply be that she's got lots of ticking. And ticking is the same as freckles. Hi, how you doing? Hi. This little girl is a sweet little girl, quieter than the other two, than the other black and white parties. She's always usually, no, she lets them barge forward and lead the way, and then she follows along. Right, baby girl? Yeah. And light blue is 1.32 kilos. So I'll put her over here so there's a little bit more space. Oh, and yellow decided after all the fuss about being behind me that he was quite happy over there. So that's all our puppies for this week. We hope you enjoyed the update and the little bit of information we shared with you there. If you did and you have a sec, please give us a thumbs up. It's really valuable to us. And also we hope you're subscribed to our channel so that you'll be joining us here next week for their update and for any other of our videos that we have on the Isle Doodles YouTube channel. Thanks so much for watching and see you next week. Oh, who is it making all the noise back here? What you talking about?